Hello everyone, Nadeem here with PC.Solutions.Net. So I get a question asked quite often, and that is, why do we need enterprise-grade anti-malware? So I'm going to show you why. I'm just going to take you through a quick main features that you get in enterprise-grade anti-malware compared to the consumer-grade off-the-shelf. So let's jump right in. So here is our anti-malware is just showing the machine. So first, let me start at the dashboard. So at a glance, any enterprise-grade anti-malware, well, any enterprise-grade anti-malware worth its salt will show you a good overview of what's going on across your enterprise. Now, of course, we being a managed services provider, this view shows you everything that's happening between all our customers, all the machines that we manage. So at a glance, we can see 34% of the machines don't have it installed, 44% are up to date, 18% are out of date, and 4% have not enabled. So let me break it down. So not installed, simple. These customers are not subscribing to our anti-malware application. 44% are up to date. Out of date means that the machines have not turned on for a while, so they have not been able to get the latest updates. Not enabled for some reason, anti-malware is disabled on these machines, probably because certain software needs to be deployed or it's in the process of being deployed. So we've temporarily disabled anti-malware on those machines. Now, here on the right-hand side, what's interesting is, of course, you see several PUPs. PUPs are potentially unwanted programs. We're not concerned a whole lot with that. It does give us a good insight into the browsing habits of the machine. I'll touch on that a little bit. The main thing we're worried about is Trojans, like this Trojan browser assistant. So this is some application that is trying to take over your browser, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that and find out what's going on there. These are just license summary. So the machine's needing attention, and this is similar to the graph up here on the top left. Gives us a little bit of idea of what's going on, and over here, it shows us the main threat landscape. You can see how over time the threats have been going down, which is what we want to see. Now let's look at detections real quick. Now, of course, with this, we can see these detections all across the board. So, across all of our customers that we're managing. So over here, we have this one machine where it got the spyware agent on there and it was quarantined. So we got this pup on this machine quarantined. So the good thing is it's quarantined. But over here, what's interesting is you may notice that each one of these machines, the path, it's pointing to Chrome browser. So what's happening is the guy on this machine, on this laptop, is probably using Chrome to browse stuff, and they're picking up these little nuggets of potentially unwanted software via the browser, and those are being quarantined. So that's a good thing. They are being quarantined, and that's good. Now over here, if we go down, so now here it's also a pup, but this is interesting. This is a search hijacker. So again, it came in via Chrome, and what this means is that there's this application that's trying to divert your searches. So instead of, for example, Google showing you your Google searches, it's showing you, or it's trying to show you some other searches from, probably some paid searches and stuff like that. But we can go down and see there's, all these infections. Now, the good thing here is that we can have multiple profiles, right? So I'll give you a glimpse of those profiles. You saw that right there. So those profiles can be created for each department. So multiple departments can have multiple different levels of profiles. So what happens when a threat is detected? What to do with it? Do we alert management? Do we alert somebody else? Do we take some corrective action? Do we quarantine an item or delete an item? So we can do all kinds of things, and these are centrally managed. So once we build a profile, that gets pushed out to the machines that the profile is applied to. So in future, let's say we have 50 machines that have a profile to alert a certain manager of the department. And then one day the manager is going to be on vacation. He says, hey, stop sending me those alerts. Send it to my assistant, so-and-so. All we have to do is update that profile and boom, it's done. We don't have to do anything else. It takes us maybe a few seconds, which if you had to do it individually on each machine, if it was a consumer grade application, then, you would have to touch each machine to change that. normally if you had an application that was consumer grade, you wouldn't have configured alerts. The user will see the alert on the machine, management will not see that alert, and they won't have the insight into that activity. So that's in a nutshell what anti-malware gets you, and it's really a game changer. When I mean, and these are enterprise grade anti-malwares have been around for eons, right? And it's nothing new. Back in the day, it used to be antiviruses, same thing. You had enterprise grade antiviruses. Now there's not that much of a threat for viruses. It's more malware that gets into your machines and steals information. So now it's the enterprise grade anti-malware that is the biggest thing that you want to have on your machine for first level of defense. Machines might have software installed, or browser simply picking up stuff, and the software that you choose, you want to make sure that it will take corrective action, and also it will alert somebody. Of course, we don't want to alert the user on the machine itself. We can, but that normally doesn't do a lot of good. What we want to do is report to management, so that management now has a good idea of how certain machines get infected over and over. So that means it's a nice time to have a chat with that user. So until tomorrow, everyone, have a good day. And this was just a quick overview. Let me know, give me your feedback. Let me know what you want me to talk about.